Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dech Teck. Today is a special one. I'm going to go over one of my Rule Zero commanders. This is an idea I've had for a while where you just take a common you like, common card, and just add the text. This deck can have as many copies of this card. So like a Relentless Rats, Rat Colony, Persistent Petitioner is one of those decks. Nothing too broken. I guess I should go over exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to zoom in first. So just to go over the actual commander himself, I got Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. And 3 and 2 black gives all my creatures lifelink ton a turn. Not as important as, like I discussed. I've been calling it my squad deck for apparent reasons. So I really like this card. I fell in love with this card when Ikoria came out. And I thought it was unfair that with this ability, you can only have 4 in a normal constructed deck, let's say. I guess draft is pretty good too, limited or whatever it's called. But for commander deck, I just wanted to build, they're all the same, so I'm just going to kind of fold through 30 copies. Again, with the Rule Zero stipulation that there's a line of text on here saying you can have as many copies of this card in your deck as you want. Not too broken, right? I have fun with it. Something about this card, thematically, mechanically, I just like. And with his ability to search out for another copy put on the battlefield tapped. It's just fun. I don't know. I really like this card and want to make it work. I played this a few times. Haven't quite won. I'll show you the rest of the deck in a second. I just like keep flipping through these and I don't know. Something mechanical in my brain that just pleases me. So, like I said, I've been calling it the squad format, squad commander. Look at my fingers. Move my hands out of the way so I can talk. I don't even see my hands while I'm talking. Pick a card, common. Play as many copies as you want. Build a deck around it. Talk with your friends beforehand or your play group. Make sure it's okay. Some of my friends have a little hesitant to let me do this kind of stuff, but I think they know me as a person that there's not too much I'm gonna do wrong. So I guess the other thing I should say too, this started as a theme deck for one of my favorite bands, Ghost. And originally it was, these guys are the Nameless Ghouls, the members of the band besides Papa Emeritus. And some of the cards you'll see, there's a song or two. I'm looking at my couple cards that I've been wanting to put in there that kind of fit the theme of, I could have sworn I had it in. Give me 1 second. Guess I should have checked beforehand. What the hell's bells? There we go. There's some cards that were almost literally song titles. Ones that made me think of songs. Right after that, the one video, Square Hammer. Kind of think of that song. Just whatever I felt. Now I'm at the point where I just feel like whatever I put in there, I put it in there, right? So let's, I guess, get to it. So some of these shouldn't need too much description, but I'll go over it. There are a few combos in this deck that more or less kind of break that card, but I'll go over when I go over it. So you have this. Other black creatures get pumped. Oh, yeah, I kind of put it in some order. So these are more just for buffing my dudes. They're just 1/1s. Nothing too crazy, right? And this part of another comment is Bog Initiate. Pay 1 colorless. Add a black mana. There's an artifact I'll go over when I say it. When I see it. Gives me infinite mana. Not too broken. Viscera Seer, of course. Give me Scry. Filth. When it's in my graveyard and I control a swamp, gives all my creature Swamp Walk. You'll see some more of that with some other cards. Mort Overlord. Oh. Filth was part of the original deck. For the part of the lyric like Filth in her womb. Mama. I'm not going to sing it. You get the idea. There's some songs, some lyrics, some reason for some of these cards, and other ones I just like it. Shouldn't need too much of a descriptor for this. Gives me Harpies for as many black pips in my permanents. And of course, having a board state with quite a few of those can help out pretty good with this. There's a couple other stuff I'm going to go over when we get to it. But I like that card too. This is a new edition. Just really like this art. Also has some some things going along. Whenever another black creature enters, each opponent loses life and gain a life. So again, kind of fitting with the theme of it. Got another one of the priests here, just when creatures die, get a demon. Another priest. Forgotten Gods. Let you guys read what it does. Again, just really useful in the deck. You got your boy, Dark Confidant. I need some more. I really have to make excuses to play this card, but being that most of the deck is really small mana value, helps out, but usually when I have them out, I get one of the big guys. And of course, this was originally the main commander card. You can see it's foiled through my sleeve. But it does really well with having a couple of the guys in the battlefield or in the graveyard. Vito does a lot more work, though. But I couldn't take him out of the deck. So those are the creatures. Oops. Oh, dang. Dropping cards now. Hold on a second. Let's try it again. So move on to the enchantments. Now here's the big combo of the deck. I don't like playing it either, but sometimes you just want to win sometimes, you know? And these go pretty well. Let's see if I can do this. So whenever you gain life, opponent loses life. These go together really well. But then, Sanguine Bond's in there too, right? Sometimes it's okay. Play combos. But every once in a while I gotta play one of these instantly countered, so it's kind of fun just to, hey, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to win a game or two, right? This is the bigger combo piece in the deck. You can read it. Creature comes into play, lose life, and add black mana. In conjunction with one of the other artifacts we'll get to, makes all my guys cost Hearthstone. Makes all my guys cost just 1 black. Play one, comes in, get a black. Play another one, play another one. Kills me a lot, but I get a bunch of guys out to do some other shenanigans. A lot of fun. I like this card. Phyrexian Arena. Black deck. Doesn't really need a excuse to be in here. It's one of those cards that I think about cutting once in a while because it's good, but it's not that good. Can't dig it out, though. This does more work usually for me. When a creature I control dies, I draw a card and lose a life. That happens more often than having an upkeep, for lack of a better term. And I will pump your Bad Moon. Again, don't really have a reason that this is really good. Same with this one. Death Pits of Wrath. Gives all my guys Death Touch. Actually gives everybody Death Touch. Now I read it again. I'm really more worried about my guys, but I guess you should read my cards. Read your cards. I like having that in there. It's pretty art. Pretty good ability. Black Market, again, doesn't really need too much of an introduction. Just helps with the mana. More of my guys die. More black mana I get, right? Give everything Swamp Block. Again, this just helps with that. Blanket of Night also kind of fits the theme of Ghost. I don't know. Dawn of the Dead. Trust me on this. Beginning of each upkeep, you lose a life. And also beginning of each upkeep, you get to return a creature card from the battlefield, or from the graveyard to the battlefield. Gets haste, exile at the end of the turn, or it leaves the battlefield. Can't remember the exact word. I usually have to look up when I play it. Again, just really good card. Really like the art on it. Just had to put it in there. Oversold Cemetery. Again, fits the theme of the deck. I really like this art. Or if it's the aesthetic of like that gothic horror. You'll see a lot more of my swamps and lands. I'll get more like the theming of it. They kind of got strayed away just putting stuff in here. And one of my favorite win cons again has what was his name? Cabal Patriarch. Where'd you go? Yep, kind of looks like him. That guy kind of fits the theme. Oh, I guess I should point this out too. I wanted to put this in the deck too. Also with the face paint. Art's really cool. Fred Fields. But kind of fits that overall theme I was originally headed for. But again, this having a bunch of guys in the graveyard. Good to have a win con. I still think those are the guys from that white enchantment, 40 life. You know what I'm talking about? Test of Endurance? Test of Endurance. Pretty sure that's the name of the card. You can look it up. I don't have any way to put that on the screen right now. On to the sorceries and instants. I think I only have 3 sorceries in this deck, but Damnation doesn't need introduction. No, just need a board wipe. Black Seth Zenith, original member of the deck for Call Me Little Sunshine, and one of my favorite covers of theirs. Here Comes the Sun. Again, doesn't really too much of an introduction. He's bored with sometimes. One of my favorite little cards. Unearth. To get one of my guys back if I need to. Has a cycling ability. Doesn't need too much of an introduction. I'm going to say that a lot. Some of these, I'm not sure of the format yet, but highly recommend if you have a bunch of little guys. What's next? I got, my equipments. Skull Clamp, really like this art. Can't remember if I had the other one, what other art I had kind of fit the theme. If you ever seen Ghost Live, they do a shtick with saxophone and kind of fit the original art, kind of fit the theme better. But really good card. I need some card draw, so it's in there. And Lash Wraith, again, needed to be in there. Really like this card as well. Don't really make excuses for it. As far as the artifacts, I'm going to jump ahead to Hearthstone. Like I said, makes all my stuff cost 1 less than activated abilities. Triggers a combo for Bog Initiate. Triggers a combo with Carnival Souls and this, and just the normal ability. Keep pumping guys out. It's one of my favorite cards. I put this on a lot of decks now because it's not too expensive. Really pretty art. Really good ability. Doesn't see too much play in my opinion. Bolus the Citadel. Again, good ability if I'm just getting a bunch of guys out. I like being able to play from the top of my library. Again, it's my Dark Confidence in there. Is what it is, right? Got another pump. Again, I'm not minding if my guys are losing. Eldrazi Mom in a minute. I'm stuttering all sorts of times today. Gives my guys some stuff, right? I don't know. Something about a temple kind of fits the theme too, I think. Go with that. Yeah, hiccups now. Again, lifelink, giving my stuff lifelink returns from the graveyard. Don't really need to make too much of a case for that. And another just fun, if you have a life gain deck, you gotta play this stupid thing. Kind of fits the theme, the aesthetic. I don't know, a lot of their videos look kind of like 1920s, like art style. I don't know what to call it. Art deco? I don't know. Do I need to make that much of an excuse? No, but it's in there. And on to my utility lands as I drop them almost. First couple are non-swamp swamps. Goes without saying. Urborg. We got Leech Ridden Swamp. Kind of fits the aesthetic and theme I was going for. Witch's Cottage. A little less so, just really like this card and it's useful. I'm not gonna make too much of a case for it. Vault of Whispers. One of my older foils I have. Again, kind of fits the theme and aesthetic. Getting into the Cabals, Cabal Coffer, Cabal Stronghold. Not a huge fan of this. I made a video about it. I don't like this card. Mono Black does pretty good. Not great, but okay. Rather see a Cabal Coffers though. Late game does a little more work, but don't really need to say too much about that. Of course, I do want to say, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a rabbit. Every once in a while I forget, and then like when I'm looking at it, there's like a little rabbit kind of hunched over. I think if you search by rabbit on Scryfall, it comes up because it's actually part of the search criteria. A little weird Easter egg for you. Nykthos, again, making some mana. Crypt of Agadine, same thing. Makes a decent amount of mana. We can actually get into focus a little better. I think I'd rather see this rather than Cabal Stronghold. This is a more useful card for me, especially because I usually have stuff in my graveyard anyway, but makes a decent amount of mana. Thespian Stage, needs no introduction. Same thing. Makes a copy of a card. We got our Sacklands, got High Market and Phyrexian Tower. Lets me dump stuff in my graveyard. I love putting these cards in my graveyard decks. It's a lot of fun. One of my new favorite cards I've been putting in a lot of my monocolored decks. War Room. Can't make a better case. I might make a video about this too. I love this card. I won't say too much about it, but it's good for card draw if you have, especially if you have monocolored. We have the Odd Duck. Marsh Flats. I pulled this. Really nice art. Fits the aesthetic. Helps me search out for my utility swamps. And we have this guy. I have a token card in there somewhere, but I don't know if you guys seen this before. It's pretty nice. Makes clerics part of the original deck. You can summon the Profane Prince. Kind of tickles me. Really wish I could put Grizzlebrand in here. I actually had all the demons in here at one point. I took them out because people complained more about me playing Grizzlebrand than playing with 30 copies of Whisper Squad. But what can you do? Last but not least, we have our basics. These are always changing. I always get different ones, new ones. But I try to pick, like, besides that first one, kind of looks like a Pokemon card. Like graveyards, a lot of New Capenna, neat looking, like, architecture. Spawn's probably in there a bunch. This one's a good one. Just like going through my basics, picking some cool swamps. I like playing different lands rather than playing the same land with a bunch of copies, you know what I mean? Helps personalize your deck. That's a new favorite of mine. Of course, Ikoria has some really good aesthetics. One of the new ones. I really like this one. Got Graveyard. Got a foil that one. Got a regular that same one. Some of these I'm going to end up switching out eventually once new lands and stuff come out. Switch them around. I think that was the first one, right? I think so. So, fun little format idea. Like I said, I've taken to calling it squad. Squad goals. Hashtag squad goals. But, just pick a card. Common. Make it easier. You don't want to be cheating too bad. And like I said, just add the text so you play as many copies as you want. This one actually started out with most of the deck because I've been collecting these. I opened a lot of Ikoria during lockout because I really like this set. I really like this card. And, no, that's fun. New like, structure thing. I don't really know what to say about it. I didn't really plan this ahead. Just kind of felt like talking about it today. So, let me know what you guys think. What cards you think would be good in this format. This sub-format. This new build style. Don't play like Gary or anything. Gray Merchant. Don't play too cheaty. Come on, guys. Be nice. What's your favorite common? Let's do it like that. Let's be fair. And let me know. I might come back to this deck when I update it. I might come back to all my tech decks eventually. Kind of look at them again, see what changed. And future videos, I'm not sure. There's not really a format for these. I don't really have a guideline, but I don't know how to end this. So, thank you for walking through my deck. Hope it gave you some good ideas for stuff. And honestly, like, let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited for this. This is one of those things where, like, it seems like a stupid idea at first, but the more I talk about it, the more I like it. I'm trying to get my friends to build it too, and I think it's because they play, with real people, not some goofball like me. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Until then, love you.